We surpassed 500,000 views on the Nikki Covack YouTube channel, and to celebrate, we're going to go over every modification and upgrade we've done to this GMC Sierra, but first, let's take a look and see what it took to get here.
On the inside, this one's a little bit different because this is for your feet. In them, all you do is slide them together. Since I don't read your instructions, I probably would have seen that there was a tab there, which is fine. Now it's up. The space is now cleared up for larger tires. What I went with was Diode Dynamics XPR 700 plus lumens. Cleans it up real quick. To go with the cleaner is this windshield cleaner. I can't wipe properly, but Warrior type trails, you're going camping, you're getting off the grid, front shocks and your rear shocks. Oh yeah, definitely can tell throttle response difference. What is going on, guys? Nikki Covack. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another upgrade that you didn't know you needed until today. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the most important winter accessory that you need for your vehicle, and that is... Welcome back to the channel. What is going on, guys? Nikki Covack here. What is going on, guys? Nikki Covack back with another video. What's going on, guys? Nikki Covack here. What is going on, guys? Nikki Covack here. As if you like these videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, and let me know what you think, because it keeps the modifications coming in for future videos, and your ideas are what's fueling this channel. So let's get back into it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So yeah, let's go back into this GMC Sierra and go through everything we've done and recap for the last year and a half of every modification that we've done here, and just make a simple once through, show you everything. I'm going to put links to every video and every product down below, so this should hopefully be a great guide for everything GMC Sierra related. Let's go ahead and start with the front end, and we'll work our way back. We're going to start with the basics and the simple things like changing the color of your front emblem. In this case, we use Plasti-Dip to change the color. It comes out of an aerosol can. If you're not familiar with Plasti-Dip, it's a very easy, simple, temporary solution. You know, dollars instead of $150 dealership emblem. It peels right off when you're not ready to, or when you're ready for it to go away. Really easy, a lot of different colors. You can have two-tone emblems, be creative with it, or it can take 15 minutes and you can change the color. Super simple. So let's talk about performance-wise. The only thing that's done under the hood of this GMC Sierra is the cold air intake. So I've had this for a while. I've already done one replacement filter. I'm probably about due to do another one. I've probably had this for, I don't know, 60, 70,000 miles now. It works great. It sounds awesome. I'm going to put a sound clip in here for you in just a second. That way you can really hear it. It doesn't make it much faster, but it sounds awesome. Miles per gallon wise, it might add a mile per gallon or two, but it totally comes down to how you drive it. It sounds better when your foot's in the floor, so you can't really, judge it that well. This is one of the first modifications I did when I first bought the truck. Threw it into the ground because I didn't have a leveling kit on it yet, and routes at work were a little tall, and this is a pretty low truck from the factory, so naturally, it happens. So, as I mentioned, put a leveling kit on it. On the front end, it's a 2-inch front coil spacer, not coilovers or a shock or anything like that, just a super basic spacer I had the dealership put on for me. And to go with that, I put some larger tires on it, some 275/70 rim 18s, which is the same thing that the AT4X comes with. So they fit, they don't rub, you don't have to worry about it. I think they would have fit even without a leveling kit. So no real worries, they're really beefy tires. These tires actually have 80,000 miles on them. They have so much tread left. It's pretty amazing. I would buy another set in the future, but I just want to try something different. And then the wheels are a GMC actual wheel, but I did get them through eBay, brand new, in the box. But I don't know that you can still get these from the dealership. Factory offset, they don't stick out. But I didn't want 20s that the Elevation came with because I was taking my truck off-road. I didn't just want to have a bunch of scratched up wheels. Also, we have rock block mud flaps. We've got a couple deer coming through. But we have some rock block flexible mud flaps. I just really like how they look. They're functional. They keep you from getting rock chips down the side of your truck. But like I said, they're flexible, so if you hit something, they're just going to move. They're not going to rip off. And I think it just gives it a little bit of a unique look also. Now let's move on to the interior. So some of the interior modifications that I have, the first one's super basic. These are factory, second-hand floor mats. Obviously it says Z71, which is the Chevy. It fits the GMC, as you can see. These are so much better than WeatherTech's or Husky. You know, anything else that you can buy, these fit better. They hold liquid better. It's hard to argue it. I've got some not factory window tint, some 3M heat rejection window film on there. You can still see through, it's totally legal, but it makes a huge difference in the summertime. Keeps your truck a lot cooler. Then moving into the center console, I've got a basic little center console divider. Super simple. You never know when you need to keep 15 pens separate from the rest of your deal, so it just helps. You know, you always have a million things in there that you never use, and that's just a way to keep your clutter organized. Then let's just take a look and see what our mileage is at right now. We're at 90,000. I think at this point, by the time this video is published, it's probably at 91 or 92. Getting around a little bit. So let's move into the back seat. We've got some hanger clips that you can use for grocery bags, a hat, anything that you don't want rolling around. This is like $5 on Amazon. I got a link below. But just something super simple, and it's there, out of the way, and it's just something to make your life just easier, really. You can live without them, but it is nice if you got something rolling around. Got something really just basic. This isn't really an upgrade, but it's something I recommend. It's just a little windbreaker flashlight that charges all the time in your cigarette plug lighter. You don't have to do anything, it's just there and it's secure, so if you were like in a car accident, it's not going to come out because it sits really snug in there. It's in a place where it's just, you know where it'll be reliably. You know, hopefully you'll be able to reach back and grab it if you need it. Let's take a look under the rear seat. We put the GM factory subwoofer underneath there. It's got a little bit of a pocket, you can store a couple things, but not a lot. It's not nearly as good as like a JL sub or some aftermarket subs, but for something that doesn't mess up with your warranty, ties in factory, and the dealership's not going to give you a hard time about it, this was a great option. If I was going to do it again, definitely go JL, go aftermarket again, and just deal with buying a bigger battery to handle the higher electric load. And but you know, for a factory option, it's really not bad. It just makes things a little more enjoyable as you're driving around on a long road trip. But let's go ahead and move on to under the back of the truck. We put some Bilstein 5100 shocks under here. I didn't put the front ones on. I wish I should have. But I 100% recommend these for everyday driving, off-road driving. It takes the rattle out of the back of the truck as you're going over some rough areas. So definitely check those out. I tried to do the resonator delete there. That's what that foil was on the exhaust. It doesn't do anything. Don't even bother with it. Then we got some bed liner in the back. Cut just a basic need of a truck. Keeps your truck looking good and clean. As you can see, it looks like my truck hasn't been used at all, which is pretty nice. Did the plastic dip on the rear emblems as I did in the front. Gotta match it up. You know, this one you can tell has been rubbed on a little bit, and it's still hanging in there pretty good. No real issues there. Then coming around to the rear, we have some LED taillights. As you can see, mine do a magic trick where only one of them is working right now, but it is still so much brighter just even having one compared to the two factory bulbs that the truck comes with. This only works on the older, newer body styles. I think the 23s and up have a sealed rear taillight, and you can't swap the taillights out, which is unfortunate because those reverse lights are also pretty weak. But regardless, 100% recommend these. My only one is working because for some reason one of my housings, the tail light bulb physically falls out. I think that's just an issue that I have, not really a GM issue. I might have messed something up when I put them in. Totally possible. Not really going to hold anybody else accountable to that besides myself. And then of course we got the black exhaust tips. If you know what this truck looks like without it and you've got chrome back there, it really just kind of it doesn't flow really well with all the other black accents on the truck. It just looks a little sleeker. It doesn't look so much like a HDMI port at the back end, just a little cleaner. But that's really everything that's been done to the truck to this point. I had bigger hopes and goals for this truck so far, but because I got up there in mileage so fast, I think I'm going to trade it in or sell it, you know, in the next 10,000 miles or so, and then we'll go real big on the next one. But make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.